What's going on, everyone? This is the Kid DC Wrestling back at it again with another video with your Friday, January 7th, 2022 edition of Friday Night Smackdown. Before I get into this Friday Night Smackdown review, first things first, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like for more content. Also, man, remember to put in your questions for the Q&A that I'm going to be doing for 500 subscribers. We need a little bit more questions so we can get the Q&A up and running. So if you could put your questions down in the Q&A, any questions, that would be much appreciated. Also, tomorrow's AEW and Impact Wrestling, so I'm going to be doing my AEW Bout of the Belts review after the show goes off the air, and I'm going to be doing Impact Wrestling Hard to Kill as soon as the show goes off the air. But that is tomorrow. Tonight is Friday Night Smackdown, and overall, I thought tonight's Friday Night Smackdown was pretty good for the most part. We kicked things off, man, with the returning tribal chief, the head of the table, the Universal Champ Roman Reigns, who was not at day one because we know why. Roman Reigns comes out. He has a lot of things on his mind, but there are two men that he just doesn't want to deal with or see in his life. That's Paul Heyman and that's Brock Lesnar. And speaking of Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, who comes out? The new WWE champ, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar proposes a title versus title, champ versus champ. He tells Reigns, let's do this. And Reigns is like, it's a good idea, but it's not his idea. You see, Brock, this is my show. This is my ring. So we're going to do what we say on my time. And on top of that, I don't do business with people who do business with trash like Heyman. Now, Heyman is getting all sad. He's like, Reigns, how can you do this to me? I'm the reason why you're Universal Champ in the first place. And then Heyman's just like, dude, I protected you from Lesnar because I love you, because you're my tribal chief. And Lesnar's like, what did you just say, Heyman? And Heyman's like, while Lesnar was gone, Reigns was all he had. Lesnar was like, Heyman, shut up. Reigns was like, you don't tell Lesnar, you don't tell Heyman to shut up. And then Lesnar was like, oh, or else what? And while Lesnar and, Paul were going at it, Roman's Superman punches Lesnar. So that was interesting there. The back and forth there, man. And that was a pretty good segment also to open up the show. Really good segment, actually. We actually see Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville. Johnny Knoxville just here on SmackDown trying to campaign for a spot. But, of course, Zayn is like, dude, you're not a WWE superstar. You don't belong in the Royal Rumble match. So next we get Sami Zayn versus Rick Boogs. This was a meh match. Not a bad match. But, it was for what it was worth. So, yeah. Yep. After the match, which Rick Boogs win, we see Johnny Knoxville come out and he tosses Zayn over the rope. And because this Johnny Knoxville is officially qualified for the 30-man Royal Rumble match, so Johnny Knoxville will be in the Rumble match. Okay, so we get Charlotte Flair coming out. Charlotte Flair brings up the 30-woman Royal Rumble match. Oh, by the way, we are going to see the current Impact Knockouts champ, Mickie James. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Mickie James. This is not a shock. Well, this is a shock because Mickie James is in Impact Wrestling, and a lot of people are alluding to that this is the forbidden door. This is leading to an Impact and WWE partnership. Let me know, man. Tell me in the comment section, what do you think? Does Mickie James showing up at the Royal Rumble, does this mean that we are getting an Impact Wrestling and WWE partnership? I know Impact and AEW were supposed to have their little partnership, but we all know how that ended. Like, that was not a good partnership whatsoever. So, hey, let me know in the comment section what you think about that as well. We're also going to be seeing Michelle McCool, the Bella Twins. We're going to be seeing Dana Brooke. We're going to be seeing Summer Rae. And we're going to be seeing Lita. So a lot of women in this match. Should be a pretty good women's Royal Rumble match. But Charlotte Flair's like, I'm going to be in this year's, and I'm going to pick the challenger of my choosing at WrestleMania. And out comes Naomi. And Naomi's like, you and me, let's do this. I know I can beat you. And this has a championship contenders match. So we get Charlotte Flair versus Naomi. Naomi puts up a great fight. But, of course, we get DeVille by ringside, and Charlotte Flair wins the match. So, obviously DeVille announcing Naomi as the loser. So Naomi and Sonya Deville still having their little feud there. All right, we get Happy Cat Moss and Baron Court. Yes, Madcap Moss, sorry. Baron Corbin, Happy Corbin, talking about the beating that they gave to Drew, mocking Drew and stuff like that. This leads to the Viking Raiders coming out. They're facing Madcap Moss and Happy Baron Corbin. Madcap Moss and Happy Corbin get the win in what was a, it was just there, to be quite honest with you. Madcap Moss and Happy Corbin win in this tag team match play. Speaking of Drew McIntyre is going to be out for quite some time with an injury, but hopefully he should be back by the Rumble. All right, what was our main event match? We had the street fight for the SmackDown Tag Team titles, the New Day versus the Usos. This is a really good main event, man. Of course, in the end, man, the Usos, the 1D, the Usos retaining their titles, and it is announced at the end of the show that Roman Reigns will be fighting Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. It's a match that everybody's want to see, especially with this new day and age of Roman Reigns and even with Seth Rollins as well. So, hey, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns, sign me up for the Royal Rumble. That should be a really good Royal Rumble match. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been the Kid DC Wrestling. Again, remember to subscribe to the channel. Put in your questions in the comment section and so on. Yeah.